there are only not only one aspect that builds a person's personality, but rather there are so many, and that so many includes the emotional intelligence, how much intelligent you are at managing your emotion and the emotion of another person around you determines your personality. So it's a balance of everything, because becoming the best person isn't easy, but it isn't as hard as either. So the first and the foremost thing when you are about to develop your communication skills means when you are not so expression and showing your emotion, whether it is angriness, means sometimes we are angry with another person and we are not able to express in a good way. Means if I am having some issue with someone else, I'll rather try to speak it to another person so that the issue will get resolved, rather than keep it in myself all the time and having a grudge towards that person. But that isn't something that we should do. I think, according to me, if you want an advice from me, I will rather say it to you, to express whatever the issue that you are having in your heart, rather than keeping it into yourself by telling them that this is something that hurted me, that you have told me, the behavior, anything that bothering you inside. Because for a mental peace, for a good mental health, you have to talk. And as long as you are not talking, as long as you are not expressing, you will bottle up all the emotion inside of you, and this is something that really gonna affect your mental healthiness. So when you decide to do something, like, the first and the foremost thing in your life, to always understand yourself first, and then try to understand the another person also. Because when you forget about another person, being selfish is not something that is good for any human being, not for your mental peace, because sooner or later it will affect you. Because not everyone is so sensitive at heat of the moment of the time when he or she is making another person feeling bad, but it's like everything is in circle. If you make another person feel bad right now, it come back. So what type of the energy that you want to radiate into this world will come back. If it is positive, positiveness will come. If it is negative, negative aspects, negative circumstances will be there. So do or say a word that you don't think that will gonna hurt the another person. But sometimes we overly treat people special, and sometimes we just undermine all the special quality of another person. So hope you are getting me what I'm trying to say about it. Being emotional intelligence, the first tool for that is empathy. You must have known about a person who sees an animal and he or she is getting sad just because that animal is having some problem, means a cut or anything, a wound, or if she is that animal is hungry. So the another person feels the that this animal is hungry, and I should at least try to give him anything, even one piece of biscuit or anything, whatever it is. So he or she is able to feel the pain of another animal. So we are not talking about humans. So in the same way, when you see a person, like you are having an argument with someone else, and you just stop yourself from, means you just get out of that situation without even acknowledging that some arguments are healthy. Because when you stop yourself or detach yourself suddenly from an argument, the other person always wondering why the another person haven't responded at all. These things are abuse, and that is called emotional abuse, that we all get to see or face in our life, where people stay calm and you were the only one who argue a lot. In these types of situation, we should know that why we speak a lot on another person, why we try to explain, because we think that the another person is not getting me. I don't think so. Everyone get us, but it's their choice to respond or to stay calm. So recognize the emotional abuse, whatever you the when a person is having good emotional intelligence, that person perceive the emotion of the another person in a good way, and they also express their own self also. Most of the time there's a myth about people think that if I will stay calm, if I'll not express my emotion, then that's the sign of maturity. Is it true? Is it? This is not something that make your means you will always end up having some unresolved issue inside of your mind. And for being a person who is able to express their feelings, they are able to manage their emotion as well, because most of the time bottle up emotions causes the problem. Does mean that you are able to feel the another person in pain, and you try to at least aid them with something, like just a single positive word can ignite a hope in another person's heart. So empathy is important. Let's talk about the second one, and that second one is communication. How will you communicate with another person? That's really matter. When you are able to express in a conversation, when you don't do any sarcasm or any negative comments on the another person. Why some people talk to another person in a good way, they tell all the feeling that they are being through, or all the hardship, all the anything whatever bother there inside their mind, they talk to another person, and they because why in communication it's important. Empathy leads to a good conversation, don't forget about it, because when you are empathetic towards a person, means if you are talking to me and you are getting me, you are able to feel the pain or feel the happiness that I am telling you. Means when you are interested in another person conversation, that really help you out, because it's not about what you feel, it also about how can you make another person feel comfortable.